going? I'm gonna start doing some videos and some breakdowns and a little bit about some of the things I've been talking about, quote unquote conspiracy theories, things like that. That hopefully some of you guys will find interesting at the very least. Um, if you're like me, if you're searching for answers, if you're really trying to break down and get through, I should say, all the lies and deceptions that we've been taught and we have drilled into our minds. I mean, the level of just pure evil that is around us and that leads us. The power structure that we have in today's world. The people at top, they have so much power. They've been practicing this power and these control mechanisms for years and years and years. And at this point, they've got it down to the point where we don't even realize it's going on. I think that's probably their biggest thing they got going for them is that we're not only are we being controlled, not only are we being lied to, not only are we being killed, but we're doing it with smiles on our faces and with absolutely no objection. In some cases, we're almost asking for it. It's just, the last, I don't even know. I don't know if I could put a time frame on it. For a very, very long time now. I don't know if it's just me. I know it's not just me. I don't know how many of you have felt this, but I just feel like for a very long time now, dating back uh, years upon years upon years, just seems like reality became like a fiction story. It seems like growing up, I felt like there were certain truths that were truths. There were just way more things that were considered real, quote unquote. And now it just seems like reality is just being bent in so many different ways, and our reality is being focused in ways that take us away from real truths and keep us from seeing what's really going on and the big picture. Um, so yeah, I'm having a hard time right now with believing anything I hear on the TV. Or you have to be very selective with what you read, what you watch, and I got to tell you, these quote unquote conspiracy theorists, people putting out these videos, there is so much more truth in these videos than what you're hearing, on from the mainstream media. We're finding out now, just recently here with President Trump back in the White House. Amen to that. With Doge and with Elon Musk and everything he's doing, we're just finding all this corruption. And part of the corruption that we're finding is that the media was being paid for. We were paying the media to put out disinformation. So the government was openly hiring people to lie to us and deceive us. Now, some of you may be okay with that, but that is not the world I want to grow up in. I do not. We're supposed to live in a democracy. That's what the best thing about America is. One of the best things about America is that we do have a democracy. But again, the elites and the people in power have lied to us and manipulated us so much that we believe we live in a democracy, but we don't. Free will is an illusion. And we've seen over these last 4 years, all the freedoms they've tried to take from us. Just, freedom of speech. You may not like what someone has to say, but that's why you have the right to not listen or to listen to something else. It doesn't mean you should try to silence people. Everyone should have a voice, and that's why the First Amendment is there. So, yeah, prime example or number one, what I'm going to start with today, the video I'm going to play, it's going to be about Epstein's death, and the fact that he's not even dead, he's still alive. Epstein faked his death. And I know, again, that may sound crazy to some people out there, but I'm going to show you some proof. I'm going to show you a couple videos that are just undeniable. I had my questions, I had my doubts. I personally didn't know if he faked his death or if he was murdered. I definitely don't think he killed himself. I think pretty much everyone can agree on that. But the videos I'm going to show you, it's pretty mind blowing, and at the very least, I think will hopefully get you maybe looking into it yourself and starting to see that some of these conspiracies that are out there, there's a lot more truth to it than what you may think. So let's get going. Let's get into the video. And like I said, going forward, I'm hoping to have more videos to put out there with some further quote unquote conspiracies. So here we go. Let's get started and let's hit play on the first video. Here we go.
Turns out I take this image and I flip it, because this image is actually this image. So I flip it to make it his left ear. I flip it to where I can match it up to this other one. Now, a right ear shouldn't match a left ear, right? Okay. I know you all will agree with that. Like, no ears are the same. But it does. It does. It actually matches up. Okay. So now we got a match. Someone has now on this image, they've altered this. And I found the actual image. This is the actual image that probably the CIA, because I believe Jeffrey Epstein's an operative of an alphabet agency, came in and altered. This is the image they flipped and put as the dead guy. Now, how do we know this? How do I know this? It gets way deeper. Y'all need to look right here at around the ear, and look at how, they made the older guy look dead. It's the same ear, but this is from a different side of the head. Now I flipped this, but it's matching up perfectly. But guys, guess what else is going on here? Every wrinkle on his face is matching up. Okay? But now this is where it gets crazy. Do you guys see this wisp in his hair right here? Look at this wisp. Do you see this white line? Follow my mouse. Do you see that? Watch this. Now watch. You see this? It just so happens to perfectly follow hair follicles. Now watch this. Over here, the sleeve of the EMT just so happens to perfectly follow hair follicles, and the dead guy perfectly matches the live guy's photo. There would be no way you could get this position in every hair follicle and everything, but there's art overlaid. Look at this. See this guy's, the EMT's body right here? That's art overlaid in the mainstream. Look how it perfectly overlays at his gut at the side of Epstein's head right there. Look at how it's exactly, and look at how that arm is overlaying in the feathers of his hair and the shading. It gets worse though. It gets worse. Right here, this is another guy standing here. This is this picture. Why do they got that guy standing there like that? They got him standing there like that because look at how it ends right at the edge of the sweater exactly. That guy's leg is covering that up right at the edge of that artwork. Now look at this guy's bag right here and right here. Now watch this. Hold on. Now look at Jeffrey Epstein's chin right here. Look at how that bag fits right on his chin. Do you guys see that artwork placement and what they're covering up? Look at how they put seams right here. Look at how you can even see a shadow in this dude's pants right here with the shirt line. This is 100% for a fact. This picture that they used in this article flipped. When you flip it, it's the article that they created the dead Epstein art with. You can tell this is Photoshop. You can tell this is overlaid here. I'm literally a Photoshop expert. I professionally do graphics. You can see right here that they cut it shitty. Do you see that? But look at how look at his hair right here. Y'all see this? Y'all see that hair? Look at how the belly of this artwork goes right into his. Everything's just so fucking perfect, isn't it? Now, what do y'all think? Do y'all think he's alive or dead? Y'all think he's alive or dead? That's the source picture. I can take this to experts right now. This is the source picture that was used to fake this operation and dupe the world. Now, we know that his bank account, there was activity on Jeffrey Epstein's bank accounts after his death. There was a $15 million transfer. Yeah, if y'all are on Rumble, get in that chat, get active. I'm not going on YouTube anymore, guys. It's just pretty much only pussies hang out on YouTube in terms of people getting information out, because that's what I'm talking about right here. You have people, I'm not even going to name names. There was someone that pissed me off the other day, and I liked the person, but I got mad because they're commentating on, they were acting like, oh, guys, these people saying Jeffrey Epstein's still alive don't know what they're talking about. Man, go do an investigation. This isn't like, excuse me, this isn't like some fucking Yahoo. Look, I've overlaid this. We've now seen that his right ear, they had to flip it to make it his left ear. You can't make this stuff up, dude. They flipped it to make his left ear, but every hair follicle and the artwork is in place. It's in place, guys. Look. This is what they've overlaid. This is this. Guys, I already told y'all this was fake. I already knew it. But now I knew it because I've talked to many medical doctors about this. Your ears can't change. But the thing is, I've taken this way further. This isn't a fake dead guy. I thought this was like some body they had. It's not. All they did was have top experts, and these guys are good. Whoever did this is fucking good, I promise you. They are fucking good. And here's what we got. Is we got feathering in here. I mean, watch. Watch this. Let's see if I can, I'm going to do this on the fly. You see, we're going to mark some of that Y'all see that? Okay, see where his sleeve is? Now watch how it follows this lines, dude. It's it's unbelievable. Look at this over here. Look at this feathering. These artists are amazing. Look at this. See the edge of his suit there? Unbelievable. Now look at this. Watch this. You see that? Now watch. Look at how that's the edge of his sweater, the edge of his neckline. Look at how the pants. What's the chance that they started that art right there? All right. Look at that bag and that chin. Here's the chin. Here's the chin. Let's look at the bag on the EMT. Look at how they're using that shading with these objects. Look at these same, you couldn't get, if this was an alive picture and a dead guy, you're not going to get the same angle in a picture ever. Ever. You will never get that same angle in a picture ever. Now, what's odd about this is, you know, those lines are exactly there, but they've like airbrushed them out on the dead guy. You know, you look, they made this look like a bruise. But I mean, it's like, it's every crease perfectly overlaid. You couldn't have fucking a dead guy on a gurney with the same exact fucking creases in the same exact fucking position. And you got to tell me they're overlaying fucking artwork perfectly where his fucking chin is and the edge of his shit. Man, it looks fake as hell. It all, this, man, y'all were duped.
Yeah. So there you go. Um, there's other videos out there that talk more about some of the anomalies with his death. Some of the pictures in his cell after the death just don't add up, and of course, the fact that all the security cameras are down, and security themselves were sleeping or just not doing their job. Is Everyone knows Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. I think it comes down to two things: is he still alive, or was he murdered? And as you can see in this video, if they're going to go to this extent to show him supposedly dead and to fake that, to fake a picture, which after watching this, I don't know how you could even argue that picture is not faked. It's so very obvious. That gentleman, that podcast, and it escapes me now the name of his podcast. I'm so sorry, but obviously he did a tremendous job breaking this down and showing you why and how they did Photoshop this photo. So, and as you heard him mention, also another fact that was thrown in during that video was there was withdrawals made from Jeffrey Epstein's private account after his death. So there were bank receipts, of withdrawals and deposits. I believe if you look into it, there was a massive deposit and then a massive withdrawal. And the withdrawal, I believe, even might have happened, for an island or one of these islands or something. It was like an offshore bank account or something, but they have the proof that it was withdrawn after his death. So just a lot of strange things. And then of course, the ties that they now are saying he had with Mossad over in Israel. He they think that he was an Israeli government snitch or put over here, kind of undercover, so you may say. So yeah, he had all those ties. I just think, it's with all the people in power and all of his friends in power. I think, him faking his death is definitely not out of the question. So I want to play one more quick video. It's actually a video of him alive on his island after his death. So we have someone who took a drone video and they were flying it over his island after his death. And I don't know if they mentioned the exact date, but definitely after his death. This video has been confirmed. So anyone who thinks, oh, this was taken before his death and they're lying, this video has been analyzed numerous times. It was 100% taken after his death, but, and supposedly it's not him. But I'm going to let you play the judge. You tell me if this is Jeffrey Epstein or not after his death.
Epstein has been on everybody's lips for quite some time, even though he met his death years ago. However, there has been a growing section of the population that believes the disgraced billionaire is still alive. And now, disturbing footage that supports this theory has surfaced on the internet and may soon go viral. So, is Epstein really alive? Jeffrey Epstein alive?
He's still alive anyways. We can just go to his island.
Do you think he's still alive?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's on that island.
Internet detectives have been on Jeffrey Epstein's case since news first broke out of his disgusting crimes. And after he was reported dead, they did not rest, as they now seem to have stumbled on yet another conspiracy. According to sections of the internet, Jeffrey Epstein's death was faked. They maintain that he is still alive, and that drone footage taken on the island can confirm this. So which footage is this, and does it really show Jeffrey Epstein alive?
Picture of Jeffrey Epstein that was found. This is real, folks. This is actually a photograph of him on August 30th. Now, supposedly he died August 10th, but he was there August 30th.
In the weeks after Epstein was pronounced dead, drone footage of his island, Little St. James, was posted on a YouTube page called Rusty Shackelford, which has since been taken down from YouTube. The drone footage extensively covered Epstein's island and gave viewers a glimpse of what the island was like. In one of the videos, there were two men on golf carts, and one of them had grey hair and had a striking resemblance to Epstein. But was it really him? And why did people have doubts about his death? Well, there have been rumors that he was a Mossad intelligence agent and that he was being used to compromise high-profile people in Hollywood and in the US government, as well as gather intelligence for the Israeli intelligence. So, was Epstein really compromising Hollywood elites and politicians? Turns out, Epstein did reveal this during what would be one of his last interviews. In the summer of 2018, James B. Stewart, a writer for the New York Times, found himself inside the opulent Manhattan mansion of Jeffrey Epstein. A young woman, possibly in her teens, answered the door and ushered him in. Little did he know that this encounter would reveal a web of secrets that would send shockwaves through the corridors of power. Epstein, a convicted sex offender and financier, claimed to possess a treasure trove of damaging information about the rich and famous. As Stewart delved into the conversation, he was confronted with a disturbing reality: Epstein's knowledge of the darkest secrets of the elite. Epstein's claims were nothing short of astonishing. He boasted of an extensive
Yeah, so there you go. I don't think Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. I don't even think he's dead. And it did show the date. So August 30th. And as you saw, he was supposedly killed on August 10th. So, these facts cannot be discredited. I mean, you want to look into it. But you're going to find that the facts are what they are. So, everybody that is so quick to jump to conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory. There has not been a conspiracy theory, I don't believe, a big conspiracy theory that's been proven not to be true. And the same people I believe that are denying all these conspiracies, I think are people that would definitely find these issues interesting. I mean, people today are still talking about the JFK assassination. Um, People today are still talking about Jeffrey Epstein killing himself. They're major topics. So it obviously interests people, but it's just people are so close-minded, and I also think that some people are scared of the truth. I really think, honestly, folks, I think it comes down to that more than anything. I think there is a large majority of people out there who are scared of the truth. They don't want their world disrupted. The little safe, tiny little safe spot that they've made for themselves, they want to stay in that bubble. They're scared of what's outside of that and what it might entail. But people, I got to ask you a question. Since when over time has being ignorant and stupid been the best way to go about any issue? You need to wake up and you need to do your research. Not so that we people like me can be proven right, but so that people like you can make better decisions. You know, I argue about this with my brother all the time. Um, his famous comeback when I start talking about some of these issues, and this is the same for just about everyone out there who likes to point their finger and call conspiracy theorists. It always comes back to the one question or the one statement: so what? All right, so what if it's true? Who cares? How does it affect me? You know, I don't mean to pick on him, but that is just an ignorant statement. Um, of course, it affects you. If you don't know the truth, then you're going to make bad decisions based on your truths and what you believe to be true. And that's why it's so important to do your research and to know what you're doing. Prime example is the vaccine. You know, I'm not trying to scare anyone, but again, I think everyone should know the truth and everyone should know what's going on. That vaccine is killing people left and right. Left and right, people are dropping dead from that vaccine. Young people. And you look into it, and they're now saying that some people haven't even started showing signs yet, or haven't had complications yet. They're saying that there's like a 5 year span with these shots where there's like this rubbery substance growing in arteries that are going to clog main arteries, and people are going to be dropping left and right. So, how does it affect you? This is a prime example. I definitely didn't get that damn shot. Um, I know other people who didn't get the shot, and thank God. Because again, I don't mean to offend anyone who got the shot. I don't mean to scare you, but do the research, look into it. And I'm talking about right now. Do the research, look into it. These things that I'm saying right now. But also, if you would look into things and do your research about other things that are out there, you'll make better choices in the future. And oh man, wouldn't it be nice to not have to worry about some poison being injected in you that's going to kill you in a matter of 5 years? Now, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor. Maybe some people that have gotten the shot won't have these issues, but man, I wouldn't like to roll the dice and have the odds like they are stacked against me when you're talking about something like your life and your health. So, again, don't mean to put any of you down. Don't think any differently of you. I love you all. I pray for the very best for each and every person out there. We're all humans. That's where I want to end this video. I think it's appropriate to end it here. We need to stop fighting amongst each other so much and looking at everyone's differences and picking each other apart. We need to value everyone's differences. It's our intricacies and our differences amongst each and every one of us that provide a rich environment around us to grow and to thrive. And it'd be pretty boring, pretty stagnant if everyone was the same. So God bless, you know, individuality. God bless, everyone's choice, free will to have a choice, to have a voice. God bless you all. The times we're living in, I personally have found out over the last few years, your loved ones and your life personally, tomorrow is never guaranteed. So, you know, enjoy this time. Enjoy this time. Enjoy today. Enjoy this minute, this hour that we're in, because every minute, every hour, every day, nothing's guaranteed. So you need to enjoy every minute you have with the people around you that you love and that you surround yourself with. Value that time. Please, please value that time. It's another example of how it affects you with what's going on around you with these conspiracy theories and with life. So I love you all. I wish you all the best. Hopefully, these videos I'll be putting out can help you in your start to opening up some closed doors that you've kept in your mind. So, one love. We'll talk to you guys later.